We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. And the Bills sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing an
game. That's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't say it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Bilal Nichols there on the stop. Play action. Now it's Allen. Out to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is caught at the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 60 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 5. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line? Here's Carr to throw. Eluding the
pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Carr. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. On play action, Allen, they'll roll him out right. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now this throw caught left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jalen Reagor, 64 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone. Marched. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. He's got Cook running the slant. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Trying the power game with Ham, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Open right side, complete to Rager. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook to the 27-yard line.
In order to play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. That'll give them 8 that time, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He hits Adams, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick. And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape. Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. Yeah, and he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And got his man complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To the air, Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. On second down, Jacobs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On second down, Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook from 17 yards out. And the Bills take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 45 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on first down is Allen. Rolling to his left. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Second down and goal. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. The 40. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 98 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. To throw, it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, 34 yards. And the Bills get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. On first down, Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 25. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual